welcome back to the YouTube video with Ungainly Titan, and we're here on Heilbronn, and we're in the Eagle, the Eagle 7, the American Premium Tier 7 medium tank. The T26E3. I like this tank. I mean, I do very well in it. It's I've had a second ace tanker in less than a week in this tank, and not in many games either, because I have been not actually focusing on this tank. I've been focusing on other tanks to train up crews. Actually, I've been doing the old switch, have 2 or 3 tanks without a crew and just cycle a crew through them in order to accelerate the training on particular skills on my particular crews, because I've kept quite a lot of tanks in the American tank tree, and I've never put crews back into them. And now that we're filling up the gaps in our tanks that we've yet to, we have a lot of the tanks now that we have, that we originally intended to explore or to unlock, already unlocked. So it's time to start thinking also about putting crews into the other tanks, so that when I finish the grinding, at least for a while, I would actually have tanks ready to go in the other tech trees that I want to go back to and revisit. So I've come down to this side. Not a lot of people do. I actually think it's a very good look. It's always worth checking out if you're in a tank to come out and get away from the location really fast, or is a good ridgeline fighter like this thing. I don't mind defending this ridge on this particular tank, because you have a fairly tough turret. You have a pretty hard hitting gun with reasonable enough gun handling. So, in my opinion, the T43 made a mistake going into the town. He should have either pushed this ridge, or actually withdrawn from the position he was in to defend that side of the map, rather than going into the town. There's 2 tanks in the town, they're outnumbered, and he's actually vulnerable to the T43 too when he backs up enough. Missed that one. I actually hit the wall just inside where the just inside the downpipe. Well, I think those downpipes are completely invulnerable. You can't actually damage them. They're not a damageable part of the environment. So we're here anyway. We're holding the position, but the enemy are pushing. They're pushing the center. They're pushing around 8, and they seem to be having some success. So there's the T434. T43 I think is gone, and we have a heavy tank starting to push out, so I think I'm going to start supporting the heavy tank there as he's moving around. That's the Japanese super heavy in front of me. I push forward the T34. So as I was saying, I've had a good bit of success in this tank, and I got something to this particular game. I got reported for cheating. So I think probably because I was driving, I don't know, maybe because I was using gold premium ammunition at the time, or because I'm using a premium tank. But I actually haven't been reported for cheating in months. I was beginning to feel that I wasn't pulling my weight, so to speak, or whereas I used to get a lot more at one point. Although I've never understood how people think that you are doing this. You know how, although there are people that I am aware of that would send messages on a regular basis, simply on the basis that you were using a premium tank and or premium ammunition, that this constituted cheating. Now, I don't think I had much choice but to try and cross the gap here, because I was actually in a fairly vulnerable position there if they kept pushing around that corner. And I didn't want to remain there, but once I'm forward I feel a lot happier, because I'm not completely without support, and the area to the north of me is supported. There are other tanks moving into the area behind me, so I'm not likely to have people sneaking around the hill and coming at me from the back while I'm facing off tanks at this end. Now I thought the enemy would have pushed forward towards our cap circle, but they didn't actually do that. They actually pulled back, but they somehow weren't able to get the numerical superiority to bear. Now with the Leo, took a lot more damage than what I'd done to him, and should have been more careful with my shot at the 87 there. I had side armor and I should have been able to put that one through. Now I switched to premium for the 87 because even with the commander's hatch shots, the 87 is a difficult tank to penetrate, especially when he's kind of sloped like that. So we take out the tracks to pin him in place because other people might have the opportunity to shoot him where he is. And the Tiger was doing great and he decided to ram the 87. I think ramming the 87 is just... and there's no need for him to do it. He could just sat beside the 87, put rounds through the side. It's one of those big foolish things that people do. So anyway, we're now going to go hold down against the Yak Panther and shoot up into its lower front plate. And he's making no attempt to defend against me from doing this. He's just sitting there and allowing me to shoot back. One more should do it. Ooh. 21 points. Okay, one more should definitely do it. Just wait for the reload to come in, and there we go, got the 21 points, and we finish off the Yak Panther, and that now has most of the opposition clear because the Tiger up there on the hill in front of me has not been peeking over the ridgeline at this side. So now it's just deal with the 87 and deal with whatever tank is there beside me on my left. So there goes the 87, and now we have what is it, the Stridwagen. I should probably have switched out from premium ammunition at this stage, which would have been a less excuse for getting reported as well. But anyway, Stridwagen probably out of ammunition, but I think he should have kept running, in my opinion, but he decides to go back around the hill, where he's caught between two fires and he's going to die anyway. I mean, there's no... this was an inevitable result, and this leaves us 4 tanks against 2. And we know one of them is above here, the Tiger 1. It was in pretty good shape, actually, considering how long he's been in the fray for. Don't know whether the other remaining enemy tank is, and as I said, this is a slow tank, so we're just trundling along, and then the last enemy tank appears behind me. Fortunately, he's not in line of sight. But it really would do without being shot at the engine at this point. So we put a round into the Tiger 1, and I go for a tracking shot this time, just want to pin it in place while it's in the position to shoot, but we also get the ammo rack, because the ammo rack, there is an ammo rack down there on that side. And shooting through the drive wheel got us the ammo rack as well, which meant that my final reload was faster than the Tiger's. One remaining enemy tank, and just a question of finding him. It's the Leo, there it is, was more or less in its last known location, and fire off the shot, on the move, get the hit, and that's it, game over. We finish up with 3 tanks. The enemy have all their tanks destroyed, and now we just see the final result. So, we get silver, experience, 5 kills, nearly 3,500 damage, over 1,000 assisted damage. Gets us a high caliber, an ace tanker, and a steel wall, because we blocked nearly 1,500 points of damage. And let's see if we can see the team results and our base experience. So it's 1,863 base experience, which is a decent amount of experience needed for an ace tanker, but it's not terrible either. And we came number 1 by experience. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please press like, comment, share. It really helps the channel out. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I will catch you all again soon. Bye for now.